Hey guys, it's Gameface here, and welcome back to episode 11 of my Atletico Madrid career mode. In today's episode, we're going to be getting further through the January transfer window, and we're going to be playing some games, obviously, as well. We've got a big game here against Celta Vigo, and that is in the quarterfinals of the Spanish Cup. So looking forward to that game. Hopefully going to get through into the next round, of course, but we'll have to wait and see. We desperately want to try and win that cup if we can. Also, quick note that there will be another episode out at 5 PM of the Liverpool career mode, because yesterday I didn't quite have enough time to get out a career mode episode. I decided to do my predictions or my team that I'd take to the World Cup for England. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go ahead and check it out. Did that one yesterday. Didn't quite have enough time to get a career mode video out, so apologies about that. But yeah, there will be another one out at 5 PM. Also, there's a couple more days left now of these limited edition Game Face tops. Once they have gone, these football tops, they will never return ever again, and so you can still buy them if you choose to. Thank you all so much to everyone who has bought them so far. It's been absolutely fantastic. Thanks so much for that. And before we go any further, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Let's crack on with things. What we are going to do is respond to that Brazil email, because you guys in the poll said you wanted me to take the job. I think it was as many as maybe 80%, near enough 80% last time I checked, so we're going to accept it, and we are going to be a Brazil manager for the World Cup. Really looking forward to that. Should be good. Does leave a little bit of a side distraction in many ways, but it will also allow us, I think, at the end of the season to have a World Cup to play in, to hopefully try and compete in that. I'm looking forward to it. So we've accepted it, and we're now Brazil manager as well. Happy about that. I also did a vote on Lopez as well, whether you guys want me to sign him on a pre-contract agreement, and the vote again said yes. And it's again about 80% of you, I think, that said I should bring him in. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to sign him hopefully here. Okay, so he's asking for 38 grand a week. He's got a 4-year contract and Porto first team player. I'm going to remove his bonus first of all, and I think we'll submit 38 grand with the signing on bonus. Will he accept? No, he wants 40, and we will accept that. And he will join us next season as our backup goalkeeper behind Oblak. Just decided to do that just to strengthen things up a little bit. I think you have to have a real strength in depth, and he seems like the perfect player to come in and play that position for us as our backup goalkeeper. It will also allow us to rotate between goalkeepers as well for cup games, and I think my second choice keeper is like 71. It's not great, so I'm glad we've got someone a little bit stronger in for next season. Okay, so on to this cup game now against Celta Vigo. We have had to make a few changes for this game, but Oblak starts in goal, Vasanko there at right back, Michele, Jimenez and Felipe Luis in defence. We've got Koke, Savic, Partey and Carrasco in midfield, with Costa and Griezmann starting up front. A few players here are a little bit tired, but I think we should be okay for this game. The bench looks like this. Got Witsel on there, who we signed last episode, along with Vitolo, Correa, Gamero. There's a few of them, those guys I've got there. But Saul does miss out of this game, unfortunately. Just going to rest him and reserve him for obviously the other matches coming up. Okay, then here we go for this game against Celta Vigo. It's the away leg of this fixture, so it's about positioning ourselves to be in a good position, I suppose, for that second leg in order to get through into the semi-finals. So that's what we're going to try and do. Let's wait and see if we can do that. I should also point out, I have actually increased the sliders quite significantly to the sliders that I'm using on my Liverpool career mode as well. So the sliders are exactly the same across both career modes now. I should have mentioned this, apologies about that. These are the sliders that I've gone with. As you can see there, the CPU has seen a massive increase, or a relatively big increase anyway, in the sliders. That's going to make things very difficult for us. Should have pointed that out beforehand, but there you go. So we will be expecting a very difficult game here. Griezmann inside to Savic. He opens up his body to shoot. Oh, he should score. What a chance. He hit it so well as well, but somehow it's managed to miss the goal. It's such a good opportunity. It opens up for him incredibly. Somehow I've put it wide, and it should be 1-0. You've got to take your chances, especially given the difficulty that we're on now. Had to really take that. Costa into Savic again. Savic, he'll take it this time. It's 1-0. Just 2 minutes later, we've opened up the scoring. That's an away goal for us. And I'll tell you what, Celta Vigo started off really, really well. We've had 2 shots in this game. Celta Vigo have gone forward a lot in the opening stage of the match. We have managed to go to the other end of the pitch and score. Happy about that. We needed to take the advantage. We've done it. Costa into Griezmann. Griezmann's still going. Chance saved by the goalkeeper. Tried to follow up. Nearly kicked our head off then with that boot as he cleared it away. Costa into Griezmann. Good chance. Griezmann shoots and scores. It's 2-0. And we're doing so well at the moment. We're being really, really clinical. We've passed the ball around so well as well around the edge of the box there. It's now 2-0. Doubled our lead. It's a great bit of play from us once again. He's keeping on the possession like I've never seen us do it before. It's incredible stuff from us here. And we'll just look at the way we keep hold of it. Costa waits the run. He waits and eventually finds him. Slots home. 2-0. Chance for Griezmann again. It's 3-0. This is getting ridiculous. This is with a changed difficulty. Things are supposed to be much harder for us. We're just tearing them apart with our passing play. We're looking really, really strong here, the way that we're moving the ball around. And considering how much I have changed the sliders, which it might only seem like a few adjustments, but it does make a significant difference most of the time. We have actually torn them apart here, which is fantastic to see. 3-0 up here, and we're putting ourselves in a really good position going into that second leg. Koke still has it, looking for a cross into Griezmann. Oh, it's 4. This is ridiculous, but it's not really too much to do with the opposition. We are just playing so well in this game. So well. I think it's might be the best performance I've had with this team ever. Just keeping all possession so well. When you have the ball so much and you have great attacking players, you're always going to score goals. I was always waiting for Griezmann to run into the space. He does that off the ball. Not always does that happen, but he has done here. He's got himself a hat-trick in the first half as well. It's incredible stuff. It's just us that's basically been able to tear them apart. And we've managed to get ourselves 4 goals so far. And that'll be it for the first half, 4-0. I'm really surprised by that scoreline. Celta Vigo started off so well in this game, you could tell I'd changed the difficulty. But then we got the first goal, then we got the second goal, and at that point they collapsed. And at that point, it's been very comfortable for us, and it's felt like a much easier difficulty. So I'm not really too sure what went wrong for them really there, but they certainly have collapsed after those first 2 goals. And now it looks like it could be a bit of a thrashing. But like I say, totally surprised by that. They started off really well. First 2 changes at half-time. It seems a bit strange, but we're going to make them anyway. Gamero and Correa coming on. We'll take up Koke and Griezmann. Those guys are pretty tired. The next game is actually the second leg of this match in a week's time. I don't think there's any need to keep players on unnecessarily in this game. So we are going to take those guys off at half-time, especially since Griezmann's got his hat-trick. Gamero, great chance. Carrasco, saved by the keeper. Gamero was waiting for a tap in there, so close to getting it as well. Still got the ball here for the time being at least. Correa trying a bit of skill, and there's won a penalty. Okay, the skill was accidental, the penalty was unexpected, we've got it. I'm not really too sure whether it should be or not. Let's have a look at the replay here, let's watch it back. Correa tries it, no, it's not a penalty for me, falls over. We'll take it anyway. Diego Costa to step up, coming out of 5th to the scoreline. Diego Costa, wow. Jesus Christ, that's bad. Wide. Tried to pick out the exact same corner as usual, and I've absolutely messed that one up. Chance here for Celta Vigo running forward, and just haven't taken it. Disappointing, because they should really do better, that chance. Still going here is Gamero. Should be another off the post. Great chance to get 5th. It's cleared away, unfortunately. Okay, Witsel to come on. We're going to take off Savic. That's going to be the final change with 10 minutes to go. We'll wait and see whether that improves us, but it's basically just to see out the rest of the game now. Chance here for Celta Vigo. Oh my god, another one that should score. I honestly thought when we started this game, from the opening 10 to 15 minutes, the way that they started, it looked really lively. I was expecting maybe a 1-1 draw, maybe Celta Vigo nick a 2-1 victory, something like that, just from how well they started this game. I still can't believe the scoreline's been so unexpected. Totally collapsed after the first 2 goals, and we're still going here with Gamero. Going to be an easy 5th. That's it, finishes 4-0, got ourselves 4 away goals. Incredible stuff from us. So shocked by the scoreline, but by the way the opposition started, was not expecting it at all, but we got ourselves a great victory. Fantastic performance, that first half was really good from us. Transfer in here for Sola, and it's from Liverpool, £66 million. Release clause of 85, and we are going to quite clearly reject that. You can see though that the board is saying between 78.4 and 114.9. Maybe we need to increase that release clause with a new contract. Something definitely to think about. Okay, so about that new contract, he's on an 8-year deal already. An 8.5-year contract. Can we offer a new one? Can we? Let's wait and see. Contract negotiation. Yes, we can. Let's get him a 9-year deal. Come on. Why not? Let's just give him a... I mean, he's going to be here until he dies at this rate. We're going to go, I think, crucial first team player quite clearly. And what sort of contract does he want? 4-year contract. Is that additional? I don't think it is additional, is it? Well, this would make no sense then if it's not additional. I'll just be getting rid of 4 years on his contract. Now, I'll tell you what, we will continue because I do want to increase that release clause. We'll go 5-year contract, see what he says to that. Hopefully he's okay with it. Yeah, okay. Disregard release clause. I mean, he's going to want one anyway. We'll say disregard. Let's see what they say. 162, so they've nearly doubled it. Which is a great sign for us because he was on 88 before or something like that, and so I am, I think, a bit happy with that. I could obviously deny the release clause, there's no doubt about that. You definitely can deny the release clause and we would be fine, but we have seen in La Liga, you guys have said in the comments, a lot of players, if not all players, have release clauses, so I'm going to keep a release clause in to make it realistic. We'll see what happens. We are going to accept that and we'll go ahead with it, see what goes with the wage. He wants a wage decrease. Why not? Remove his bonus, offer him 64 grand. He wants an increase now. Quite a significant one as well, in fact. And we will just accept it. 79 grand. It does mean that his contract length is a little bit shorter, I think, but there you go. We've managed to nearly double the release clause, which is what the aim was, really. We're never going to do 8 seasons with him anyway, so it doesn't matter about the contract length. Gabi transfer approach has been made. It's by Atalanta. They've come in to try and sign him on a pre-contract agreement. We will see what comes of that deal, whether it gets agreed or not. We still have until the end of the season regardless. Who's always going to move on, and so if he's found a club now, that's surely a good thing. Okay, transfer approach has been made from Everton, £28 million. Okay, so he rejected the move to Southampton for 40.5, so I don't know why we'd get rid of him for any less than that. No, we're not interested in getting rid of him anyway. He's playing really well off the bench for us, so we're going to reject that offer. Okay, on to some player drills now before we get on to the second leg of that game against Celta Vigo. No change in overall this week, but a few stats going up for both players, which is good. Jesus gets a little bit close to 66, and Cardosa very close now to 63 overall. So it does seem like Gabi is leaving. He's going to go to Atlanta at the end of the season, and he's found himself a new club. So good to see that he does find himself a new club before we get to the end of the season. But obviously a bit of a shame that he won't be going into next season with us, although that was never really going to happen. Bidding for Diego Godin from Chelsea, £34.9 million, a player that I'm not interested in getting rid of, but he scores of 71.7, so yeah, obviously miles off that. And we'll move on now. Okay, so now to the second leg of this game that we have against Celta Vigo. This is the team going to go with Oblak starts in goal, with Salco there at right back, Godin and Jimenez this time at centre back, and Felipe Luis in defence also as well. Everything else to say is exactly the same midfield, same attack as the previous game. This is the bench I've gone with: Hernandez, Henriquez, Witsel, Oscar, Vitolo, Correa and Gamero all on there. Let's crack on with it, let's see how we get on. Already fallen up with 4 away goals, we should be in a good position. Let's wait and see whether we can get through into the semi-finals. Okay, let's crack on with this game now, see how we get on against Celta Vigo. Let's try and get ourselves into the next round if we can. We should already be through really with the scoreline we have, but we are only at the halfway point of the fixture, and so let's see what happens in the second game. Diego Costa charging forward here, good chance for us if we can get this right. Carrasco into Griezmann, can he get himself a goal? Griezmann with a bit of a heavy touch, falls to Costa, who can't quite get there. So close, what a chance that would have been on the counter-attack. Celta Vigo had an opportunity to score themselves, and then we went to the other end of the pitch and nearly managed to punish them for that, but unfortunately didn't quite manage it. Griezmann into Costa, Costa over to Koke. Now Savic looking into the back post for Carrasco on the volley. Tricky angle and goal kick. Griezmann into Costa. Costa has to score. What a save from the keeper, prevents it from going in, and that'd been the opening goal of the game. Celta Vigo still looking lively. They've had quite a lot of the ball as well. They've passed it around quite nicely in our half, but the issue with them is they're just not ruthless enough. They're passing it around too much. They're not going far enough up the pitch. You can see keep hold of possession, but not really driving it forward very often. Good chance for them here though. They have managed to open us up. Great opportunity. Again, just not ruthless enough. Didn't have the right players in the right positions that time. Giving it straight back to them, so I might speak too soon here. Still a good chance for them. Should win this back, because look at them again. Just almost like teasing us a little bit, which is strange to do when you're losing the game 4-0. And still trying to find a way through, but still unsuccessful. Great chance here. Goalkeeper should get there and does. Again, though, still looking very good. I don't think they've yet to have a shot, though. This is what I'm on about. They're having a lot of possession in good areas, but just not breaking us down properly. And don't really seem to have too much desire to go forward and get any shots on goal. Very bizarre, but they certainly could do a lot more with the possession that they're having in these early stages. That's it for the first half. Still remains 0-0. One of those sort of games where Celta Vigo should really be a goal or two up front based on the amount of possession they've had and the areas that they've got into, but they just haven't had the shots. So very strange, but we'll get on the second half now. It should be a game that's basically over at this point. Oh, it's a goal. That's what happens. That's our 7th shot on goal, and we've managed to score 3 minutes into the second half. That's what happens when you don't manage to get shots on goal yourself. You don't take your chances, and you get punished, and that's exactly what's happened. Celta Vigo have had 0 shots, which is incredible considering how much the possession they had in that first half, how much they went forward into our half. Yet we've just gone forward here, had our 7th shot, and he's managed to go in here through Diego Costa, I think, at the front post. It's 1-0, 5-0 aggregates, quite clearly game over. Costa coming inside to shoot. Oh, I thought he was going to get another goal for himself. Saved again by the goalkeeper. This game's flipped on its head a little bit now. They certainly had the first half. We're very much having the second half so far. We are only 10 minutes in, but it's been a very good start for us. And goalkeeper will keep hold of that. Okay, 2 changes now. 25 minutes to go. Hernandez and Oscar to come on. We'll take off Savic and Felipe Luis. Hopefully Felipe Luis' injury isn't too bad. We'll have to wait and see. Diego Costa to shoot. Saved by the goalkeeper. Corner here, Griezmann going to deliver into the box. Still looking for a second goal if we can get one, but it's cleared away for now. Oscar's there, and we'll have to try and protect the ball and then get a shot away himself, but it's another block. A lot of that really in this game. Griezmann over to Carrasco, and that's the second goal. Slots it home nicely in that right-hand corner. It's been a bit of a strange end to the match, really, where it's almost been a bit like a friendly game, which has kind of been very relaxed. We're quite clearly through into the semi-finals, and so just been passing it around nicely and trying to get another goal. Eventually it's come, it's a good bit of play here, sort of had to fight for it initially, but then Griezmann turns and Carrasco just able to open up his body and find that corner. No chance of saving it. 2-0. That's it, finishes 2-0, 6-0 on aggregate. Really happy with that scoreline, obviously. Very pleased with how we got on there into the semi-finals, and it's a pretty comfortable victory for us there. Despite a very good first half for Celta Vigo, the second half was all our way, and they ended up with the match 0 shots on target. Unbelievable, especially how good they were in the first half. It's crazy to think they didn't actually get any shots on goal. And so yeah, that's what happens. Player injured, Felipe Luis out for 5 days with a bruised elbow, and we've got covered in there saying thanks, boss. Let's see how long until the next game. It's against Las Palmas, and I don't actually know where they are in the league. Probably a little bit further down than 6th. Okay, transfer offer in here from PSG, actually, £22.1 million. No interest in selling it once again, and it's a significantly lower offer than what Everton put in, which is a bit surprising from PSG. Then I've just had a look at February, and we've got a game against Valencia, we've got a game against Barcelona, PSG, and then Barcelona again, as well as a game against Sevilla as well. So there's some very tough matches next month. Looking forward to those games. The next match we have those against Las Palmas. That's a home game. Not really a match I think we should be playing either, to be honest. We might have to change the team and probably sim the game. Okay, so we're going to sim the game. It's obviously a changed team, or there's a few changes anyway. The main changes are Henrique's coming in, and to be honest, I think just Partey coming onto the bench. So there's a few changes in there. Vasako also right back as well. And we're going to go with it, see how we get on. Overall, it's probably a little bit stronger than I'd usually go for simming games, but we're going to go with it anyway. Next game's in a week's time, so we've got plenty of recovery. Carrasco scores 9 minutes in. That's a great start to the game. Just need to try and get another goal if we can before half-time break. Are we going to get that? Doesn't seem like it. A couple of minutes left, and we'll skip afterwards. No, we haven't. We're going to skip now. We get ourselves a 3-1 victory, with Salco getting 1 goal and Oscar getting the other off the bench. Good news that we get ourselves 3 points. A little bit of a shame that we didn't get the clean sheet. And so since we've simmed that game, we are going to sim up to the end of the transfer window, see if we can get any more deals complete. But to be honest, I doubt there's going to be any more ingoings or outgoings, because I'm pretty happy with the squad that we've got. It'll mainly just be youngsters leaving us if there is anyone to go. Carrasco goes up to 63 overall this week, which is great news. Good to see him continue to go up. Okay, so on to transfer deadline day here. 10 hours to go. Let's see if any bids come in. I doubt anything major is going to happen. Like I say, I'm pretty happy with the squad size that we've got. The main issue would be just getting rid of some of the youngsters that are not looking up too much, really. As you can see, we do still have quite a few of them hanging about. The likes of Moya there, Montoro, those sort of players. We don't really need any of those. And so we will wait and see if we get any offers in for them. I think it's unlikely, but like I say, we'll just have to wait and see. Just noticed that Christian Eriksen's moved to Man City for £99.7 million. Massive deal. Another deal that's on the cards is Godin to Leicester City. I say it's on the cards, it's really not. £34.7 million, and I think we're just going to reject that one. No interest in getting rid of one of our main players. Probably our highest rated player as well, possibly, or one of the highest rated anyway. I think just Griezmann or Black ahead of him. No interest in selling him, and we'll again just wait and see whether we get any more offers in. Okay, this is a little bit unexpected. Release clause paid for Lucas Hernandez. And who's done that then? Who's done this? Watford, okay. £29.2 million has been paid. Wasn't aware that that release clause was so low, and so we're going to have to try and offer him a new deal now. I want him to stay at the club. Let's just hope we haven't offered him a new deal recently, and let's just hope he actually wants a new deal. So we'll wait and see what happens here. He's currently got a 4.5-year contract. We are going to go into contract negotiations, see what he says. Got to get that release clause much higher than that for him, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see now whether we can get a deal sorted. Okay, so Porto first team player, 5-year contract, release clause of £59.6 million. Much more like it, will accept it, and that's a better release clause for us. Again, we could have disregarded the release clause, but as I've said previously, in the La Liga, it seems like a lot of players have release clauses, or they have to have release clauses, one of the two, and so I think it is fairly realistic to keep them. And we are going to submit that offer now, 47.5, and a signing on bonus. He wants 49. Bit of an increase for him there, but we will give it to him, and that means he signs a new deal. Good to have him on a 5-year contract, good to have a £60 million release clause there as well. Okay, 2 hours left of the transfer window, and we are going to sim the final couple of hours now. Let's see if they get anything else coming in. Just interest shown in one of the players that we were scouting before. No interest in signing him now, and so that means that will be everything for the transfer window. No players leaving or coming in, and a fairly quiet one for us, as I anticipated. Just got the game coming up against Valencia for the next episode. Looking forward to that one. Also, Griezmann gets Player of the Month for January as well, which is good to see. Always nice to see our players getting Player of the Month. Let's move on now to take a look at some of these emails. I think multi-scout updates is something we will go through and take a look at. First of all, let's start with the Spanish players. Anybody that I want to try and add to our youth academy. Not so good to begin with, but we will take this guy. Alvaro, I think, is worth getting. Anyone else? Doesn't seem like it. I'm pretty harsh usually with the players I accept into Youth Academy, and so players like Diego there will be accepted. And we'll move on to the other multi-scout updates. Argentinian players, come on, let's have a good few Argentinian players. Again, not looking too good. Anyone else? Yes, we'll take the 93 potential. If only we can actually sign him. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get rid of some space actually in our Youth Academy, so that means he will now join us. We'll also add this guy in there as well. So plenty of new Argentinian players coming in. That's good to see. We'll move on to the final multi-scout update now for us to take a look at. Can't remember where it's from. Brazil? Yes, there we go. And anybody we want from Brazil. Should be one or two. There usually is. But there's not this time round. Pretty poor display from Brazil. Actually, I was expecting better players than that. But that will be everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well. And that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.